This is my Polo Vivo 2014. So today I'm just gonna run you through what the car is running at the moment, and it's a daily driven bag car. It's nothing too fancy. So basically it's running P7 down Bluetooth management. I got Airlux double bellows in the front and sleeves in the rear. For everyday car, it's not so bad. My initial thinking with this car was to try out air suspension and see the pros and cons of it. I started off with Airlux two-way remote system and eventually moved towards the P7 system. Other extras on the car, I have a Cupra lip. I got these headlight eyelashes, bonnet guard, blacked out the badge. Yeah, that's basically it for the exterior. I got 16-inch Protego OEM wheels, 165 40 16. I have a boot spoiler, fiberglass. Yeah, that's basically it. It's my everyday daily driver car. Up here I have the P7 controller mounted on the windscreen. Yeah, and I also have a C notch down on this car. So there's two ways to control the P7 unit. You can use your cell phone using Bluetooth, or you can use this controller. So on the screen you have your bag pressures, your front left, front right, rear left, rear right. You have your tank pressure here, your Bluetooth connection here, your startup and stall options. Startup is basically when you put your ignition on, you can choose a preset that the car will go to. Stall is for when you switch your car off. You can choose a preset as well, but that's normally aired out. So like to air the car up, you can either choose a preset, like number one is my preset, my bag pressures, or you can manually move it up and down. Into in-depth settings, hold down the middle button, opens up a menu for you. So your height menu is to set your presets. So you can have 5 presets. Number 3 is my all air out. Your drop down menu is your stall menu. So when you switch your car off, you can select a preset. Stall drop down is to activate it off or on. Your ignition menu is the opposite. So it's your startup menu. When you put your car on, you can select a preset. Other settings is your language and auto padlock. The auto padlock is very useful in an event of your car getting stolen or your P7 getting stolen. No one will be able to use it without your password. I'll just give you an example. I'll air the car out now. That's all air out. This is my boot setup. It's mounted onto the back seat, so I can access my spare wheel, and I also have some additional boot space. I'm running dual air BFT comms, aluminium tank, and dual auto traps from air BFT as well. I have hard lines going from the solenoid block to the tank. The block's down there. These are the silent compressors, so they're considerably quieter than your normal comms. So my most common issue that I did have in the past 2 years with bags is my non-return valves not working correctly. So if you don't have an auto trap, most likely this line from the compressor to the trap is always filled with air unless you drain the trap. So what happens over time is the air in this line keeps this non-return valve open. So your tank air slowly flows the wrong way through this valve, through this line, and makes your compressor seals leak. The reason for going auto traps is because it's less maintenance. I don't have to drain these traps every week. As soon as the compressor turns off, the trap opens. So what that does, it exhausts the air from this line. It keeps the compressor seals healthy, and it keeps the non-return valve working the way it's supposed to. So usually with a normal trap, there's still air in this line, which causes the compressor seals to leak over time. So when you do start your car up and the comp needs to fill the tank up, The non-return valve stays open. The air in this line keeps the non-return valve open, and then your compressor draws too much of current, which in turn blows fuses. Well, that's my perspective of it. I've been running air suspension for about 2 years on a daily driven car, and I found the setup to be the most effective. That's just a close-up of the comps.
Installation is key. Remember, with air you get what you pay for. After daily driving a bagged car for 2 years, I've had minimal issues. C-notch is a must for polos. Comment down below if you have any questions.